shovel is supposed to represent where water will be flowing, and you'll see shortly that it's not doing too bad. So, but let's just kind of get caught up where I'm at. And first thing is we got to get the sieves connected. So I don't want the water flow right there at the edge there. I have, I don't know, maybe 5 feet of pipe. I'm going to connect to those. One thing you want to make sure is you use a lot of silicone. It's going to be buried and you don't want to mess with it later, so make sure you put really good thick coats of silicone on those connectors. I'm very satisfied with the silicone that's on there. When you first put it on, it's a little slippery, but when you check it in about an hour or two, it's on there solid. They're not going anywhere. So you want to make sure however you're going to do the inlet to the sieves, that they're pretty well connected. And I'm happy with that. So that's where the waterfall is basically going to end. As far as the pump is concerned, 2-inch, I think it's 3-inch coming out, 3-inch going in. I decided to just cut it down to 2-inch. As you can see here, it just made it look a little bit more efficient. I don't know what the ramifications of that be, but since it's 2-inch into the pump, I figured 2-inch coming out of the 2 chambers, connecting and going up, isn't going to hurt it at all. And as you can see, it actually works really well. I got all my felt up. It looks sufficient. And I move on to the video I just did, kind of showing it exactly what where we're at today. Everybody, I thought I'd just start with an overview of where I'm at so far. So as you can see, I got the rubber mat up, installed, not finished. Got to do some tucking and some edging just to make sure my stream the water doesn't get outside of the mat. Got some rocks up there. It's about half the rocks I've got so far. So I got 50% more rock to put up there, and I haven't even ordered my river rock yet to line the beds of the stream. But so far so good. Today's focus really is just gonna get to even out this bottom stream so that the rubber is smooth along this bottom trail. I'm not too worried with it up here. Just because the way the waters flow and the way I kind of dug into it, that it should naturally flow down the hill. But I want to make sure this bottom stream, when it turned off, it completely empties out, and it won't do that with the folds in there. And of course you see some beach rocks that I'm going to be accumulating every time I go to the beach. And then coming into here, and right down to here. And then the pump. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for a sec and get a little closer in on that pump. Okay, so 2-inch coming in out of the chambers. Coming to a T, it's buried there. I still need to fill some more of this section here with dirt. Just wanted to make sure everything was up and running, everything going well before I did. As you can see from the pump, I did a little bit of a sloppy job with my glue. I got a little anxious at the end just to get it done real quick, make sure it was running. But what I ended up doing is finding a male piece to go into the female piece on the pump. And I went ahead and ordered 2 additional connectors in case I screwed up, so I wouldn't be stuck for a few days. I didn't need to use them, but I have them as backup just in case. And of course, if something happens to this joint, I'll have to totally replace that connector, so just having those on hand is a good idea. I need to bury this all up, but it comes into the chamber, and then from there it's kind of come out, pumps it in here, pumps it down to here, and then off we go. And built just that's a little stand. I can take it on, take it off, but the idea is I need to get a piece of flat stone that covers that completely. So it's just kind of a big rock you see from the inside. Finding a rock that you can get those pre-manufactured rocks, but there's no way I was going to find something that's going to fit where it needs to be. So that should be pretty easy thing to do. This will keep the sun off it. It will hide it, and it gives it plenty of air to breathe whatever it needs to do. And then of course get the dirt in here with some rock, because this whole area will be rock to match the whole area over here, and should be good to go. Awesome. All right, that's where we're at so far. And today I'm gonna I think what I'm gonna do, I know they talked about how you cut it, but I don't think I even want to cut this mat. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to find the leading edge here and just create just a little bend over right here, and chalk it, find it, bend it over, so that I've got the ridge right here, and go that route and just try to cut as little amount of this as I can, and then get more rocks. So this coming week, the goal is to get 2 or 3 yards of 1 to 2 inch river stone and 2 to 3 yards of 3 to 4 inch river stone, and start from the bottom, working up. I got a whole bunch more rock to put up there, larger rock, and finish it so I don't see any more rubber mat. Video showing actually got some water flowing. So as I plug in my extension cord, and get a little better position. Kind of see how it's going to look. Don't have enough rock up on the hill yet, and of course I don't have my river stone up. But at least you can get an idea of how the water is going to flow. Right now the water is basically just following a bit of the path I set up for it, but haven't done any of the foaming into the rocks to divert the water where it needs to go. But sounds nice. And just kind of show you along the head why I wanted to get this flat. And first I have to put river stone in here and hide all this the rubber mat. Put a little bridge in there, the big stone up there. But one thing I wanted to definitely talk about is I did not have any clue on if this pump, how well it's going to disperse the water across the face of that hill, because it's a pretty big hill and a lot of water, versus how much water I'm going to need in the two hydro chambers and those 2 sieves. But Russell kind of put it together perfect, and when they designed it, it just worked perfect. So I've got water flowing through the whole waterfall. There'll probably be even less water than that and more water in here when I'm done. So I'm just guessing. I'm just thinking that with all the rocks up there, it'll flow a little thinner. I don't know. But right now it's working great. And I haven't even gotten to stage 2 or 3 on the hill yet. But water's coming up out of the pump. Sorry, out of the chambers. 2 inches into a T. Coming into here, into the pump. I tried to get that as streamlined as I could. Blocked that with a huge flat stone when I mixed them at the quarry. Going into here, heading up to the, let's see if I can get over here. Heading up into, up there the vortex coming out, and doing a pretty good job. So that's where we're at today. I'll do another update once I get, I think the bottom stream halfway up. So the halfway mark is along this edge right here. And it should come, and there'll be a big, huge rock over here that will allow this to flow over and create another waterfall. So my goal is to get enough river stone, more rocks up on the hill, and just build it from the bottom up. But that's where I'm at today. Cool. Really close to being done. And one last thing I wanted to comment on. When you read the directions for putting this up on the Russell website, they say don't cut until you're completely done. And I sure am happy I didn't cut anything. As you can see, I might be coming up quite a bit with a few wrinkles up on the hill. But I really do want to get that. The stream right here, that's right next to the retaining wall, is where most of the kids and company will interact with it. So I want to make sure that's nice and flat and smooth, which means I might be maneuvering this around a bit, but if I'd cut it, I would have been stuck. So don't cut till you're all done. Love that sound.